Hi, I'm Aitana and I study water pollution on the North Pacific Ocean.
Hey guys, I'm Lucida and I study the North Pacific Ocean Gyre.
What is the North Pacific Gyre?
The Earth itself has 6 major oceanic gyres, which are huge spirals of seawater currents that collide with each other and move in a circular motion. One of the main oceanic gyres is the North Pacific Subtropical Gyre, which fills up most of the space between Japan and California.
This gyre has a crashing point, where the warm water of the currents crash with the cool water of the other currents. It is called the North Pacific Subtropical Convergence Zone, and it is found a few hundred miles north of Hawaii. This is a place where most of the trash collects, sort of like a dumpster. What type of pollution is involved in the garbage patch?
The type of pollution involved in this case study is mainly water pollution. Water bottles, glass, utensils, foam plates, cups, bags, and more products are being thrown to the ocean, polluting both the water and the animals.
Where does this form of pollution occur? Is this a local or global issue?
The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, also known as the Eastern Pacific Garbage Patch, lies in between the U.S. states of Hawaii and California. This area is in the middle of the North Pacific Subtropical Gyre. This is a local issue because it affects the animals that live in the northern Pacific Ocean. It is also a global issue because this affects the food chain. For example, a fish eats the plastic in the gyre. We then fish that fish, and when we eat it, it can cause intoxication that may lead this to death in some cases.
Who is responsible for the creation of this pollution?
Society is the one responsible for the creation of this pollution because we are the ones who both create these plastic materials and we are also the ones who aren't conscious of throwing them in the proper place. We instead throw all this garbage on the floor that at the end everything ends up in the ocean, affecting all of the animals that live in it, that we also consume. In other words, affecting every single one of us. We are also responsible of not only the objects that we make, but also where we throw them. In addition, we are also responsible of taking care and reducing the amount of garbage thrown to the ocean.
How is this type of pollution created? This type of pollution is created by the garbage disposal us humans do, which ends up circulating in the ocean gyre, forming a type of garbage patch that threatens the life of marine animals. The reason this happens is simple. When humans litter, whether it is throwing a wrapper in the street or throwing the remaining bottles into the ocean, it finds a way into a body of water. This body of water can be a river, stream, lake, or ocean. As it is known, all rivers end up in the ocean. So all the trash that is strewn along the continents and the world ends up in one place, the ocean. After it ends up in the ocean, the currents take it away into the force of the water and it ends up with the rest of the trash in a circulating spiral of garbage. This type of pollution, also called water pollution and air pollution, occurs because some of the garbage that is thrown releases substances that contaminate the water sources, such as dead batteries and technological artifacts. This makes the water unhealthy and kills the animals that eat the artifacts. These substances are also released into the air through the water cycle, damaging the air supply as well. This problem is called photodegradation. When sunlight hits floating debris, the amount of plastic bits of the water thickens. Plastic contains colorants and chemicals that cause health and environmental problems. These toxins may leak out into the seawater. This can enter the food chain if these bits are ingested by marine life, creating an imbalance in the food chain.
How is science involved in developing solutions to this pollution?
It's a clue part in developing a solution to this problem. Science should tell the people in each country all the damage we do to the planet, without leaving anything out. There is a lot of information that is hidden away from us and is confidential, probably because it would make us go into a state of panic and it would become chaos. However, I think we should know the amount of damage that is being done in order to stop this pollution that is killing us slowly. The way science can help develop a solution is telling us what is going on and creating possible ways to reduce the damage done, such as trying to conserve species in risk of extinction and trying to find or implement new habitats for the creatures that live upon this ocean and depend on it. Science can act like a balance to sustain life while we clean up our mess. We need to turn off the taps at the source. We need to educate people on the proper disposal of things that do not break up. Like plastic, he says, opportunities for recycling have to increase, but, some people buy 3 bottles of water a day. As a society, we have to get better at reusing what we buy. This is some words said by Dr. David de Rothschild.
What benefits are there from the process that creates this type of pollution?
And water pollution comes from creating garbage, creating disposable utensils that help us carry on with daily life. Without many of the containers and bags we have, we wouldn't be able to live the way we live. The good part before creating water pollution is how it helps society grow and develop, how we eat and drink, and how we become more humans and less animals. It is the only way to package goods. However, we make the mistake of disposing them into the wrong places. Because of that, it ends up in the ocean instead of in the landfill.